What's up, Marvel fans? Welcome back to the Cinematic Wonder. Today, we're diving into some explosive updates about Marvel's upcoming Avengers films. If you thought you knew what was coming, think again. Grab your popcorn because this is going to be a wild ride. Recently, Marvel Studios made headlines by confirming that Stephen McFeely, one half of the talented writing duo behind Avengers, Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, is returning to write the scripts for the next two Avengers films all by himself. That's right, this time, he's flying solo. With the release dates for these films locked in for 2026 and 2027, it's a tight squeeze, especially since the stories are meant to flow into each other seamlessly. This leaves McFeely with little time to wrap up both scripts and even less time for the usual team approach that Marvel often takes. You might be wondering, what's the plan here? Well, today we've got a detailed timeline update from none other than industry insider Daniel Richtman. You might want to buckle up because it sounds like Marvel is gearing up for a major push forward with these films. Late last night, Richtman shared insights about the filming schedule for Avengers Doomsday. Here's the scoop. The main heroes will be on set for about a month, starting in March 2025, while those with smaller roles will film for about 1 or 2 weeks. But here's the kicker. Robert Downey Jr. will be on set the longest, clocking in about 3 months of filming. Overall, the entire production is expected to span around 5 months, kicking off in March and wrapping up by August. Richtman also mentioned that Spider-Man 4 and Doomsday are both slated to start filming in early 2025. This raises an intriguing possibility. We might see Downey's Dr. Doom popping up in Spider-Man 4. That's a topic for another video, but you've got to admit, the connections between these films are becoming more exciting by the day. Now let's talk about what this means for Marvel's schedule. If all goes according to plan and they wrap filming for Avengers 5, Doomsday by August, that still leaves 9 months before its release in May 2026. That's a decent cushion for post-production work and any necessary reshoots. But here's where it gets tricky. Marvel also needs to shoot Avengers Secret Wars, which they're going to want more than a year to complete. The complication? Many of the same actors will be involved in both films, making it essential for Marvel to manage their time and availability wisely. If they're primarily filming in London, as it seems, this might actually work in their favor. Being in the same city could make it easier to schedule actors for overlapping shoots. That being said, the timeline is still pretty nerve-wracking. 9 months for a film of this magnitude isn't a lot of breathing room. Marvel has a track record of needing more time to refine projects, as seen with films like Blade and Armor Wars, which have been stuck in development limbo. Just look at the chaos surrounding Daredevil. They had to scrap multiple episodes and start over entirely. With the stakes this high for the next 2 Avengers films, Marvel is walking a fine line. I was fully convinced they would push the release dates back a year, Avengers 5 to 2027 and Secret Wars to 2028. But they didn't make any announcements at San Diego Comic-Con, which is quite telling. So, what does this all boil down to? It's crucial that McFeely nails the scripts and that Marvel executes the vision flawlessly. The pressure to deliver high-quality films is immense. If they manage to create compelling stories that resonate with fans, we could be in for 2 blockbuster hits. But if there are missteps during production or test screenings reveal major flaws, we could see a scramble for last-minute fixes, something that's been an all-too-familiar scenario for Marvel lately. I genuinely shudder to think about the implications if they do need to conduct extensive reshoots late in the game, especially with the complexities of CGI and post-production. Given Marvel's recent track record, we'll just have to keep our fingers crossed that the timeline doesn't become a significant issue. Now here's a little glimmer of hope amid the chaos. Recently, director Matt Shakman revealed he knew about Downey's return as Dr. Doom for quite some time. This suggests that McFeely may have been working on the script longer than initially thought. If that's the case, he likely had a running start before the public announcement, so it's not like he's just been scrambling to write everything from scratch since the summer. But even if McFeely's script is solid, my primary concern remains. Can Marvel Studios get out of their own way? With such a tight timeline, any hiccup could send shockwaves through the production schedule. Are you excited for the upcoming Avengers films? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel.